Welcome to Urban Images and Media in Film. Thanks for registering in my class. This is one of my favorite classes to teach, and I'm actually quite excited to teach an online version. In this section, we're going to be watching films. We're going to be concentrating on films from all over the world and some television as well. We're going to be covering almost every continent of the world. And I'm sorry, guys, I think Australia is just a big island. It's a fascinating place, but it's not one of the places we're going to be covering in the class. There are two words that I would like you to focus on as you study through this course. The first word, of course, is urban. A lot of people think of urban and they think of hip-hop. And they're correct. Hip-hop is very much part of the urban culture in the United States, but urban is a much bigger word. And to understand that word, we need to go back to Rome, and I mean the ancient Roman Empire. The word urban in English comes from the Latin word urbs, which just means city, but it means city in a very specific way. It's much more about the community of persons that live in that space and not so much about the space and the infrastructure that exists in it. So I want you to think of the word urban much more about the social, cultural, and historical community of people that live in that space rather than buildings and bridges and taxis. The second word is images. Yes, we're going to be talking about Mexico City, we're going to be talking about Paris, we're going to be talking about Chicago, Los Angeles, but we're really going to be focusing on how those cities are represented, how they're mediated by television and by film. There is a gigantic difference, for example, between living in LA and watching La La Land. There are lots of American television shows that are filmed in Canada, but they're not set in Canadian cities. So this class is going to focus not so much on the historical material cities, but much more on the depiction, on the portrayal of the cities in media, television, and film. Of course, what is fascinating about this is that the way that they're represented actually informs how we react with the real cities. I hope you enjoyed this class. Thank you.